the official fan app for truck and tractor pulling. Sign up, pick winners, win cash. It's that easy. Fullpull.us.
GMS Manufacturing and Machine. Helping you build a superior foundation with top quality parts and service. Give Brent a call today.
Heavy diesel rebuilds and machine work is High Plains Performance's specialty. Their team of qualified and experienced professionals are at the top of their industry. Contact Doug for a quote today.
Contact Corsa today and ask about their pullers packages that give you all the information you need to know about your engine.
Lincoln Diesel Specialties offers high-quality diesel performance products and services for various models of trucks. Check them out online.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception. Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting in Rock Valley, Iowa gives their customers the most competitive edge possible. Be supreme. Buy Extreme.
Get top-quality truck parts, as well as expert application information about tractor pulling and clutch assembly, from our professionals in Waynesburg, Kentucky. Call Kenny's today.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv.
Today,
Let's talk about today.
if you're at a national and state level, you have to run non-sale, it's wholesale.
It is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put a rate in the registration book with the just this ever-evolving story.
Welcome back to Let's Grow Pullin'. I'm your host, Logan Stevens, alongside the
Jason Bittinger and Miss Kinsey.
Well, there we go. Trying something new. Don't know which way to point, but that's usually how we roll around here. As long as the wheels are on the dirt side down, then we're doing pretty good. So
That's
tonight
it.
we got something a little bit special going on. We're bringing on all the winners and the weekend, kind of the weekend winners of the first annual. Hopefully, we'll get to see it again here this next coming year. The Mechanical Mayhem that went on here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So after we get through talking with them a little bit, get to ask them, grill them on some questions. Fans, chime in, figure out what questions you want to know from these guys. Anything's on the table. You can ask them anything from what the track felt like to what gear they plan on running this year. So let's hear what you want to hear from them. But without further ado, we'll bring them on and talk a little bit of Fort Wayne indoor pulling. Well, I think the most organized ways to do this, we'll just go from top to bottom, left to right. So, Russ and Kelly, kick it off. Give us a flyby of who you are, what you do, and we'll just start it off that way.
Well, you want to go? You want to go? I'm Kelly Nichols, and I drive a two-wheel drive, a super modified truck.
I'm Russ Nichols, drive two-wheel drive truck, working shipping at Daimler Trucks North America.
Dusty?
Who are you talking to?
Dusty, you got us? He doesn't. Eric, you got us?
Yeah, I got you. Like I say,
who are you? What you do?
I run 3-inch limited pro diesel trucks. My dad and I do. I drive the big red truck, and then my dad drove the black boosted truck.
Okay. Bryan, tell us who you are and what you do. Golly, we're 0 for 3 on guys here. Jeff, you want to bring our total up a little bit?
Well, I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff McClatchy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Bryan?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll let Jeff finish talking. Jeff, who you are, what do you do?
Well, I have an aggregate stone business. We're in the bluestone business up here, so I'm into trucking and manufacturing in Pennsylvania quarried bluestone. I have that 8,500-pound light pro stock demented tractor. So we're pretty busy in the east here in stone deliveries across probably the East Coast, up and down the East Coast. We go as far as Georgia to New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and deliver a lot of hardscape materials.
Bryan, who are you and what do you do?
Bryan McConnell here, Milkman's Mojo Tractor. I have a trucking company also. I have 3 milk trucks and 3 trucks with dump trailers. We haul a lot of ag products and stuff like that. And my dad and uncle have a grain and dairy farm. We sold cows a couple of years ago, so we're just all grain now and help them as much as I can and keep the trucks rolling.
Yeah, that's super cool. Dusty, you got us now? We're still working on him a little bit. So, I guess where do you guys want to start? You want to jump right into some winter videos and get it kicked off that way?
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So, we're going to go through and we're going to roll everyone's winter videos, and then we'll just go around the room and let you tell us about what went on both nights there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. There we go. We got Dusty back. Do we got you now?
Yeah, as long as you can hear me.
We can hear you now as long as you can hear us.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Real quick, we'll talk about those videos in a second. Who are you and what do you do?
All right, so I'm Dusty Price from Wolf Lake, Indiana. So
like where Fort Wayne was this weekend. We're just 30 miles northwest of there, and I'm just a farmer and truck driver.
All righty. So you guys just saw there your winners videos from this past weekend. We'll kick it off with Kelly Nichols. Kelly, tell us how your run felt.
Well, I couldn't really feel much. I just knew I wasn't going anywhere. So I kind of hesitated a little bit on the throttle and thought, I'm going to hopefully start going here in a minute. And then I just kept following through with the throttle and it finally took off. I was a little heavy, but I guess it all worked out. So,
Russ, were you able to take some notes off of her truck and make your truck do even better there?
Not really, because I was first. So both days I pulled before her. So no, we took my setup and sort of put it on hers, and we just needed to move about another half a weight off of hers, and she would have been really good. But that's the way it goes. So no biggie.
So what happened there at the end of the run? And was it the first night when you went way off to the right side there? It looked like you got out of the truck with the steering rod in your hand.
Yeah, it actually happened both nights.
Did it really?
The universal that slides on the splines at the steering shaft, it's basically held on with a set screw, and for whatever reason, it come loose and come off. And the first night, you can see halfway down the track, the tires are actually turning. So yeah, it went out of bounds. So
I was like, everybody was kind of like, why is he turning out of bounds?
yeah, yep. And the same thing happened again Saturday night. So we're going to have to do some work on that to get that fixed. But yeah, just basically lost steering both nights. Other than that, I was tickled to death with the run.
Jeff, what do you think of your run from both nights?
Well, the first night we struggled a little bit because of the smoke tube. They wouldn't let us go to the left on the smoke tube side, which seemed to be the best spot in the track after watching Russ and his wife go. So I kind of was limited to either start in the middle and kind of muscle it over the other way, and I just couldn't keep it there. So it just pulled us to the right, and we ended up where we ended up, which was a fairly decent run, but nothing. Hold on, honey. You're going to be on TV. Say hello. So all in all, it fared out well. So I was happy with it. Stop.
Well, that's really good. Eric, how do you guys feel about your passes this past weekend?
Oh, it was a little hard to get them rolling the first night. Watching the class before us go, we had to really be easy on them when we took off. We probably had the noses a little heavy. Not sure what was going to happen, but once we rolled out there, half track or so, it started to seem like we could build some steam. But we had both trucks set up very similar, as we tried to lighten them up for the second day, and it seemed to help a little bit on the data logger. But all in all, happy with the passes. Dad's truck performed better all weekend, which is great. Happy for him. And like I say, things we would change for next year if we go back.
Brian, how'd you feel?
I thought the first night, like everybody else said, it was a little hard start and didn't want to start real hard, kind of walk it out. And if you watch my first video, you can see a bunch of steam coming out from under the hood. I actually broke a injector hold down bolt on one of mine and raised the injector up out about an inch. So I knew I was losing quite a bit there. But it held on down at the end there pretty good, got me down, touched the sand. I was happy about that. Second night I thought went a lot better. I kept everything pretty similar to the night before, and let it walk out, and ended up being what we needed to do. So
yeah, Dusty, being a fellow mini rod driver, watching it looked like there were some struggles and there were some heroes in that class. What did you feel?
Well, I think we were very fortunate that the track down there was very much similar to a lot of the Michigan tracks we go to. So I think we had a little leg up on the other guys that tend to pull in Ohio, which is a little bit better tracks over there. But I don't know, Friday night I had a fuel line come loose, and it actually leaned the motor to where it ran optimum. And then Saturday night we ran everything tightened up, and the motor actually ran really fat. So I wish I'd left that line loose.
That makes them run good, but your parts cost goes up exponentially. The more lines you end up leaving loose.
Yeah. I don't think it's what you want to do, but it really helped my tune-up. I'll say that.
Give your notes there to DMPE. I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Darren would be all over that.
Yeah.
Jason, what do you want to know?
I was just, as far as the big sled goes, it seemed like it was pretty much a theme that thing was pretty nose down in the pan and hard to get out of the hole. Is that what you guys were seeing and feeling? Because that's what it looked like from where we were.
What did you guys feel, Russ and Kelly?
Yeah, it was definitely a little tricky to get out of the hole. When we moved the sled there to the left Friday, for me, it really come out of there pretty good. We threw a little, we gambled on the weight and actually got lucky because we was able to carry the front end to finish. And I think that was the difference too, being able to get the front end up in the air. So yeah, it was a struggle, but our class was pretty good, I thought.
I thought Friday was a little better on my whole shot than Saturday. It was looser dirt. It seemed like it was more like not wanting to let you get hooked and get going.
Yeah. I feel like it might have dried out a little bit from day to day.
Correct. Yep.
Jeff, how did you feel about your class's sled settings?
I think the sled setting was good. I think the problem was on the Friday night was being able to move around to get different parts of the track with the whole smoke tube issue. Now Saturday night was totally different for us. You know, when you to turn the turbos, the 5-inch turbos, I mean, we have to be way high on the RPM, and once your clutches grab, you know, the only way to control the wheel speed is either braking or slipping the clutch even more. So if you can kind of stay on top of it a little bit and drive it to get it out of the hole without blowing the tires off, you could do a lot better. But with that track, you know, you walk around and poke the track, it actually felt really good, but it was only the top couple inches that were good. So for us, we struggled. So tire pressure meant a lot. The second night, we actually let more tire pressure out to give it a wider footprint. And with that happening, you know, you see how it pulled me to the right. It was a struggle to keep it to the center of the track.
Eric, how did the sled affect your class?
I agree with Dusty. We pull a lot in Michigan, and we kind of set everything up to very similar to what we run up there. It kind of everything. I agree with everything everybody's saying. It was hard to get it out of the hole, and it just the track didn't poke terrible for what we were doing. Just a little bit looser than what we're used to pulling on, but all in all, I mean, it's just very similar to, in my opinion, a Michigan track that we pull on a lot. So we had to slow the gears down, and we had, you know, the front ends were a little heavy first day, but we lightened them up kind of more what we're used to up north, and it seemed to help us a bunch.
Yeah, Brian, what did you guys notice on the sled?
I'm a little bit like Jeff. I noticed out of the hole. I thought it was going to be a soft. It was a little bit. I thought it was a little bit wet, but it were soft, whichever you want to say. On Friday night, so I automatically let tire pressure down, and like he said, get the wider footprint. And I had weights moved up, comparing it to Shipshewana or Cloverdale notes that I'd had, and I was going to set up similar to that until I got up and looked at the track and moved some weights around, moved quite a bit back, and that seemed to really help. And after the first night, I thought it was pretty close, so we made a few minor adjustments. But the second night, we made a few minor adjustments, but with me being down that one cylinder, I didn't think I needed to get too crazy. You know, I didn't think I really ought to drop a gear or anything like that, because I should have had more power in theory, you know.
Dusty, watching your class from Friday night to Saturday night, they let you run a little bit more. How do you think the sled affected the competition?
Well, we were very fortunate, that we had Von Bauer and his boat. So he knew what he was doing. The track really doesn't matter with that sled. He's gonna make sure that we put on a good show. But yeah, I was really hoping Saturday night that he would let me just kiss the sand, but we didn't get there.
Yeah, there's so many different aspects that go into it. One thing I've noticed, you guys are drawing comparisons to Russ and Kelly. Did you notice this track? If you could compare it to a track, indoor or outdoor, how would it compare? And then what's your thoughts on comparing it to kind of some of the other indoor pools around?
Well, I've never pulled indoors with the truck. So it was definitely, everything was a big experience. Everything was different for me. I would probably compare the track to summertime at OSTPA, maybe outdoors, maybe a racetrack, because it felt like the tires wanted to break away and I couldn't get hooked. So you really had to feed the throttle and feather your way out through there. So it was a slower pace of coming out of the hole for me anyway.
Yeah, I don't have a comparison as far as any other indoor track. Well, maybe Harrisburg. I should say that. But Harrisburg would be a close one, maybe. Cloverdale and Louisville are just, they was way different dirt. So they was a little bit better as far as that goes. But the big deal at the end of the day, the sled was able to adjust to get us there. And that's what matters for the crowd, is they was still able to get us there. We just all had to change our setups. That's all.
Jeff, how did you feel? How would you compare this to other indoor pools?
I'd have to agree.
We'll come back.
I think he was going to agree with me.
That's usually the easiest way to handle stuff, is just agree with Kelly on it and keep on rolling.
Yep, that's it. So as far as the event itself goes, and the pit and the layout and the way everything flowed, how does everybody feel about the event in general?
Let's keep going the way we were going. Russ and Kelly, how did you feel about the event?
The event was good. It was. There were some hiccups, but hey, you're going to expect that for the first time. The flow was pretty good. There was, some confusion early, but that all got worked out. It was a good distance around the outside. There's some guys got unfortunate Friday, may have got wet or soaked. We was lucky and did not, but that was I'll say a little bit of a negative, is just the distance from the pits to the pool track.
Yeah, it was quite a haul around there.
Eric, how did you feel about the whole event as a whole?
I think as a whole, it was really good. There's always hiccups and everything. Our trucks are pretty clumsy when we got to be moved around indoors compared to everybody else's stuff. It seemed like a little bit of struggle, a little bit getting everybody moved around down in the basement. Once they got us across the scale, it wasn't too big a deal. It just feel kind of bad for the guys running the equipment, getting us on the track and off the track. Our trucks are just hard to count. They're clumsy compared to everything else. So, but other than that, I don't have any complaints. Parking was easy. Pits were easy. We've pulled indoor different venues, and I would put this as the seating and venues probably as good as anything. You know what I mean? So I had a good time the whole time.
Jeff, how do you feel about the whole workings of the event? We'll come back to him. Bryan, how do you feel about the whole workings of the event?
I agree with Russ. Everything was good. One thing I do agree with Russ about the going outside and going around, but I don't know that there's any way around that with the way the facility's set up. I just think that's a necessary evil, probably. The only thing that I think I would like to see them improve on is the diesel trucks and tractors, especially. We pulled around there at 5 o'clock and didn't pull till 7. we're pretty cooled off by then, and I think that's why 2 of the hot farm guys, have had trouble blowing the O-rings out of their filters because your oil pressures are higher than they should be, than we typically run.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think that the track was very comparable to. Again, I agree with Russ at Keystone. I think that's a very good comparison. And as far as facility, it was clean inside. We was able to keep the doors open because it was warm, but there was no haze. And, as far as the fans and the setup, that was all great. So
yeah, no, that's super cool. I mean, they went out on a limb and they're like, we're going to try this once and see how well it works out. Dusty, how'd you feel about the whole workings of the event?
Well, as far as us mini rod guys, I think we were pretty fortunate that we were able to use the service tunnel between like the under pit area and then the expo center. We didn't have to go outside at all, really, just to warm up. So that was pretty cool. You guys are all complaining about it being outside getting wet, and we never had to worry about it.
Yeah. That's definitely a good reason to be small on stuff.
Yeah,
so
I think definitely having minis, that really proved to me that indoors minis work really well.
Yeah, that's super cool. We got a couple comments here. Did you guys get popcorn and has anyone popped it yet?
No.
I have not.
There you go.
There you go.
With the most unique trophy you can get.
Yeah.
In the background there.
Let's get a live rating of the popcorn. Where would we put it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, it's definitely a 10. Russ over the top on everything, I guess. Pretty good.
Well, that's good. Well, there you go, folks. Buy your extra butter popcorn there at your local wholesaler, or just give the good old Russ Herder a call. I'm sure he's probably put his phone on silent after this past week.
Probably.
But no, that's super cool. So talking about a couple things we can improve there. Kind of the big question I've got is, if we have it again next year, are we going to see you back? Russ and Kelly, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
A goal was to always get top 5, top 10, or whatever. You can be invited somewhere to go, and it's hard to do in our class. Well, every class, but yeah. We'd definitely go.
Very nice facility. Very clean one.
Yeah, I think overall they did a great job.
Yep.
Jeff, are we going to see you back there?
He's looking to be
pretty hard on that. Eric, you coming back?
Oh, 100%.
They had just about everything go wrong. This could go wrong for them.
Like I say, venue was clean, parking was easy to get in and out of the pits, and when family comes, they get easy in and out of the facility. So, no complaints.
Eric, I guess. Dusty, you going to be back in 2027?
Well, as long as they invite me back. I mean, it was awfully nice to be able to go to the venue and back home. I mean, I was able to actually do a little bit of work and sleep in my own bed even.
Are you bragging? Because I have a 4-hour drive, which is still close for where we go most of the summer.
That's why you just bring the camper with you now. I'm just giving you static on that.
Well, I will say that it was neat pulling like in the middle of like a city-ish. So like if you wanted to go get something to eat or hotels were easy, I mean that part was nice for others, I'm sure.
Yeah, really.
I thought it was cool when I was warming up and I saw bubbles coming from the Disney on Ice. Must have been upstairs. There was bubbles going through the sky.
I wonder how well that worked out in the middle of their Disney on Ice with just a bunch of blown motors sitting outside.
So I did meet a couple people. I was walking out because we actually blowed the tractor off in the yard there of the Memorial Coliseum. And my dad, he actually ran into a guy that didn't know there was even a tractor pull. And he went to Disney on Ice instead. And he said that they had the noise or the music so loud for Disney on Ice that they couldn't even hear the tractors.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
Jeff, are you coming back in 2027?
I would come back in 2027.
You'd put your hat back in the ring?
I would.
Yeah.
I
Bryan?
listen. The facility's phenomenal. I mean, it's a great place. I mean, I didn't like being left out in the rain, but I mean, there's a lot of things that they can improve. You know, we did get pretty wet. Smoke tube issues, if they clear them up, you know, that'd be great too. But like I said, it was all in all, the facility's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it rumored also when talking about the smoke tube stuff. I heard a rumor that on Friday night or Saturday morning at some point, one of the monster trucks ran over a piece of the tube, so they ran out of extra pieces of tube because of it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure
we
if
got
to speak to that or not, but
no, that's true. They actually ran over 40 foot of it.
Wow.
Flattened it right out. So, and he has to be ready for Keystone next week. So we got some valuable lessons on that smoke tube there with the cost of that stuff. I guess there's 3 different kinds of pipe you can actually buy, like a 400 degree, a 700 degree, and a 1200 degree is what they have at Louisville. But they're like $18,000 sections.
Oh,
so I think the elbows and the long span that they actually had to make it is what caused the biggest problems.
Okay.
But
yeah,
listen,
they said too that the pro stocks were blowing a lot of raw fuel when it was catching it on fire.
Yep. Igniting. Yeah. But from Friday to Saturday, I mean, oh my God, what a difference. I mean, it was like a night and day difference.
Yeah.
So
the show flowed really well Saturday. I think it you know, as bad as I hate to say that for the pro stock guys, it really did move better.
But you want to know something? It's been a long time they've been there. You know, Darren had his hands full with that smoke tube, wrestling that smoke tube as much as they did. I mean, them guys were beat up with that thing. So,
yeah.
I mean, hats off to everybody. I mean, they had a mess on Friday. They kind of straightened things out for Saturday, and it actually, there was more people there in the stands. I was more impressed with the track. I think they just fresh dirt. You know, maybe things will settle down next year, or maybe they learned a lot of things they can change for next year.
I heard him talking about that. How he wanted to be able to get some dirt that was already run on, and they didn't. You know, obviously that dirt was pretty fresh. It didn't have much organic matter or anything like that in it, and that was kind of their concern.
Well, that dirt fooled a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the dirt's the same for every competitor. You just have to make your stuff work. That's one of those deals. But
exactly.
That's super cool. I mean, just being able to talk through, you know, what it takes to put on an event of this scale. And then just, I mean, having a show to go like that, and then these are the things that we're nitpicking about it, that speaks for having a pretty good show. So
see, a lot of those indoor guys will put some of that track wet in it just to keep it knitting together and keep the moisture in it to tighten it. So they may want to try that.
I think that's something on the smoke tube that a lot of people don't really see is the amount of work it takes to get the smoke outside of the building when you start going up horsepower classes. I mean, comparing a system of what they've got transportable to what they've got there in Freedom Hall is apples to oranges.
Oh my God. I mean, you're talking top notch to, I mean, it's very expensive for somebody to have that. And from what I understand, Bowers is all for sale because he's had enough of it. From what he said.
Well, there's your chance to get into it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Let's catch up on some comments here. Did you guys get to see very many fans downstairs?
Yeah, there was a few. I love that when the kids come around and they're excited because they get to meet the drivers and they want you to sign their card or some piece of clothing that they have, their hat or something. So that was pretty cool. But I don't know if you had many people coming around you guys' area, but they were up along the truck side.
Yeah, we had people walk around on Saturday. It seemed like a pretty fair amount compared to Friday, but
yeah,
pretty fair amount, I thought, for what was in the stands.
Yeah,
Saturday was a lot better.
We had a fair amount also come around Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, they took us up so early that we didn't get to, since we were the first class. I mean, we were 4 o'clock. We were out of the building, so
I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people knew that they could go there and walk around until Saturday.
That too, yeah.
I don't think everybody knew the layout yet either, and it was first time doing it. So
Yeah,
what I thought was really neat was when they pulled us off the track, went back down the sideline, the amount of applause and clapping and hoot and hollering we got.
It was like a standing ovation. It was very emotional.
It was neat. It was very neat.
A lot of crowd interaction, more than normal, I would say.
Yep, agree.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What events are you most excited about coming this summer? And then tell us a little bit of what your summer plans are looking like. We'll start out with the Nichols family.
I just go where the hauler goes. I know we're going to run Grand National points, but he always tries to squeak in all these other little extras.
Our plan is to run all the Grand National hooks this year, which we got 17 hooks. So I think we go to Toma, then we got 1 weekend off, and we go 7 weeks straight. So, we're excited too at the same time.
Any event in particular you're most excited for?
I'm sure excited to go to the new ones. The Buck and Macon, Missouri. That's the two that we haven't been there, so it's something new. And that's what I want to do the new ones.
Dusty, what's your plan looking like for the summer?
Well, we're just gonna do our usual pick and choose. We go wherever our sponsors need us, mainly. This summer, I guess we're most looking forward to being able to actually compete at Fort Recovery. Both sessions were rained out last year, and that's one of our favorite pulls.
Well, there you go, folks. Dusty's going to try to control the weather. So, Eric, where are we going to see you this summer, and what are you most excited for?
You'll see, we'll be at all the regional stuff for NTPA, and then I'm sure we're going to fill in with a bunch of OSTPA or PPL stuff. Probably the most excited I'm looking forward to doing. Shide's going to be back at Terre Haute, so it's been a year since we've been there. So I think it'll be neat to take that back to Terre Haute. But I just think I like all the regional polls that we go to. They're always predictable, easy getting out of. So one's not better than the other. Just like going to all of them, I guess.
Bryan, what are you most looking forward to this summer, and where can we see you?
We pull mostly with Full Pull and CS Pulling Promotions and Northwest Truck and Tractor Pullers. Region 1 was trying to get started over here again. It's kind of a struggle. I think it'll come around eventually. But I'll pull with a lot of those. We're pretty fortunate in my area. I'm right at the Ohio border, so I could sneak over and catch a Region 2 hook, 3-4 hours away. But just with them other 3 organizations I mentioned, we can put 40 points hooks, and within 2 hours of home. So we're real fortunate on having a lot of hooks very local with our hot farm class. When we pull hot farms and super farm together here also. So just to try to help the size out.
What are you most looking forward to, Jeff, and where can we find you?
Oh, I'm going to be in Toma, and we're probably going to end up in Hillsboro this year at a PPL hook there. Definitely Fort Recovery. And we're going to support the Region 1 NTPA here so they can get, some more hooks to try to help them get off the ground. And my main is going to be Pull Off Productions with Joey, which gives us about 12 hooks locally here where I could be at in 2 or 3 hours. Everything else I have to Ohio line, it's a 5-hour handicap for me. So,
Couple comments here about the track. Talking same dirt from when ATPA was there. No, this was brand new dirt that they hauled out of the same pit where Shipshewan's dirt comes out of. So similar but different dirt. I've already seen back there in makeup, we got Doug Borth coming on here in a couple minutes. He's saying just mix a little bit of organic matter in there and do its thing. I know that man's built a lot of tracks in his time. So that's really kind of the way to go on that. Some interesting stuff here, seeing how the plumbing up a water injection system for the heat tube there Saturday night. Another pretty interesting idea. Just keep temperatures down in there. Yeah.
They said
supposedly the dirt was from Shipshewana dirt from the pools. Nope, not the dirt that actually goes into Shipshewana, but from a very similar dirt. Chris is digging on Dusty here. Dusty going wherever the wind blows kind of deal.
Yeah, we go wherever it's fun. So whether that's with the new IHRA pro polling, we're kind of excited about going to some of them venues. Running around with those guys a little bit, or hitting Grand National. We just go wherever we want.
Just in and breaking here, I see that we've got a couple reactions from Jeff and his Chat GPT picks. Why don't we bring these on and see what the man himself has to say about it?
Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus.
So, Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
What do we got to say about this one?
Well, that was in Broadbent, and Chris Carboni, that operates Full Load Engineering out of New York, does a lot of machine work and builds a lot of parts for the tractors, engines. Just a little ball busting between the two of us. He does his thing, so I figured I had a good shot at him. I'd give him a shot back. So, he had at Wheatlands, yep. So that whole shot, he did me as the clown, and so we figured we'd throw a little bit more in there because he didn't get invited to the farm show. So I figured I'd give him a little dig again. And I'm holding the farm show trophy in the clown outfit. That's all them guys up in New York trying to get back at me. So
that's hilarious.
That Chat GPT thing can be a really bad thing, But I'm learning how to use it better and better all the time.
That's it. Looks like you're doing a pretty good job.
Well, a lot of that was from them. I just had to ask my son-in-law to help me, and he added the trophy, and I didn't figure it out at first, so I got a pretty good hold on it right now.
That's fun.
Well, that's good. Well,
he did that with Howard Meredith comes with me, and he's on the program for our first hook in Eastern Maryland, which is his hometown. And typically, they would put my tractor on. And this year they had put his tractor on the brochure. So naturally he had sent it to me, for a little dig. Here you go. I'm on my hometown brochure. So I took the brochure and added a clown driving the tractor. So, just little digs back and forth keeps things fun.
I believe we have that. I believe we. That's the different one. That's another one.
Yeah, that's so it's just one.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that was from Chris and his gang up in New York getting back at me.
That's phenomenal. Well, hey,
that'd be a really cool race suit, though.
That would be a phenomenal
you should do
race
that.
suit.
Yeah.
That would be very, very comical. Well, hey, I'm
babysitting my granddaughter, and she hasn't seen me since I've been gone, so she insisted she's staying tonight.
Well, I know you all have busy lives, so we're going to kind of head towards the wrapping up direction. So this is your guys' time we're just going to go over the
she
event.
Can't figure out what I'm doing, so it's pretty funny to her.
Get your final opinions on it, and this is your time to say
but I think we had a
whatever's
good
on your
experience
mind.
out there. You know what I mean? I think they're going to learn a lot. I think the pool's going to get better if they continue.
Yeah.
On all parts, you know what I mean, with the staffing from the Coliseum, the food vendors. I think they just need a chance to get it off the ground.
Yeah. Nothing's written off to what you can say. Russ and Kelly, what's your final opinions on the event?
I can't get over the how much that they actually have going on out there. You know what I mean? Because
we were surprised they had all kinds of stuff going on at the same time. A concert Thursday, 2 events at the same time with Disney on Ice and us and monster trucks, and it was a busy weekend for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I think I got a future there. Usually the first year is a struggle, and usually gets better and every year, and more fans find out about it. So the crowds usually get bigger in time. So hopefully they can stick with it. Definitely got to thank Russ for doing what he did. He stuck his butt out on the line, and I hope he comes out. I know he's not going to make any money, but hopefully he's not too far under.
Yeah, everybody gets discouraged the first time around when things go south, but it almost seems like anything that could have happened to that darn smoke tube, it did, and then some. But
Eric, what's your final thought?
I did.
Like I say, I agree with everybody. I think for the first swing at it, there was small hiccups, and like you mentioned earlier, that we could kind of nitpick a little of things. But I think all in all, for as much stuff that was going on with the venue, I thought it went pretty smooth. I mean, for us, like I say, we were early both nights, so we ducked the rain. We were in the building before it rained, and we were back in the basement before it rained again, so we didn't have any of that trouble, but super happy with it. Like I say, we don't get to go to a lot of big venues, and for the truck guys and talk to them, everybody was very happy with it, and hope get back next year, we get a chance to pull there.
Dusty, give us your opinion.
I don't know. The only thing I know is that a mini rod don't need no smoke tube.
We probably should have.
I think other than having that venue right here at home, I mean that's cool. But I think this event, and I think it can grow some legs. I think this can go a long ways, especially being a 300+ foot track indoors. I think that'll attract a lot of guys, or a lot of pullers, a lot of guys and gals. People think indoors, they always think a short track, and I think it has the ability to put on a good show.
Bryan, what's your final thoughts?
He's down there sleeping.
He's thinking.
Really thinking about it.
Really thinking about it.
I agree with all these guys. I think it has the potential to really be a good show. As a fan sitting in the stands, it is of any indoor pool I've ever been to. But Keystone's pretty good. But a lot of the other ones, Cloverdale, Shipshewana, all of them have the pillars, you know what I mean? And this is all open. I mean, you have a very, very nice site of the track, and I think it's really good for the fans. And overall, I think it was great. Hopefully I get invited again next year, because I think my wife stole my popcorn maker, and I might have to get another one for the job. So.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, you keep on enjoying your popcorn, and I know the rest of you got busy lives, whether it be farming, hauling, or making parts. So we will let you guys get back to what you're doing. And once again, congrats on your weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night.
Well, there you go. Your weekend winners from the first annual Mechanical Mayhem that went on this past weekend here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You guys ready to change some gears and head for some warmer weather?
We are. We are.
We're going to travel, what is it, probably about another 1,000 miles south or so?
Oh, whatever 12 hours is.
Yeah, about
whatever
12
12 hours. Well, at your pace, doing 100 mile an hour at 12 hours, that puts you a little farther than what I think it's actually.
It's just in the water. It's in the Bahamas.
You might be on a beach down there sipping some pina coladas in a place not in Florida. So let's bring on the world's most talkative man, Doug Borth.
What's up, buddy?
I'm shot.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
So, where are you camping out here?
We're hoteling her yet tonight. Right now, I'm in the office of the Florida Pullers on the track. And, yeah, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long weekend. We spent the weekend at the Gator Nationals, and that's eye-opening. You don't realize how many people don't know about this sport that are gearheads.
Well, the floor is yours. Tell us what you learned from your time this past weekend out here at the Gator Nationals.
Well, like I said, we spent Friday. We were opened up at 10 o'clock. No, excuse me. Yes, Friday we opened up at 10 o'clock. We were there till 8:30 Friday night. Except during the top fuel cars, we had people 6-8 deep around those pulling vehicles every day. Saturday was 9 to about 7. And then we were at the track and the tractors unloaded before the sun came up yesterday. So that started at 8. And we got a shot of rain about the time the finals came around. So that's when we packed up. So a lot of people left. But it's nonstop people. And people are interested in this sport. We just have to get it out and make it known that it's there. And I think we did a very good job of it this weekend.
Yeah, everything I saw looked really cool.
Yeah.
They're amazed by the engineering part of it. And that diesel truck got as much attention as the Hemis did.
I mean,
so we need to do more of that as a whole. Get out to different events and show people what's out there and what's available.
Wow. Yeah, I can see how that could definitely be very eye-opening coming from a crowd of motorsports enthusiasts that
when the top fuel guys stop wrenching to watch you drive by their pit hole. That's pretty cool.
That's
neat. And they're hooting and hollering when they're packing up on Friday night and Saturday night.
That's super
That was
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah. We always see this question pop up anytime we mesh drag racing and tractor pulling. A 1 nitro tractor. My challenge to you is if you can make one of those nitro motors last 15 seconds wide open at 90% nitro or whatever they're running, then you go ahead and you build it, because that motor ain't. You're gonna have to
last.
You're gonna have to find some special metal that we haven't found yet.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's super cool. So tell us what we worked on today for the Southern Swing.
Well, we got the track opened up. We got a bunch of water into it today. We got bleachers in. We put up barriers. We put up fence. Marked out parking spots. We got 2 pullers arrived today already.
Oh, wow.
So there's actually 4 haulers on the premises now. We brought the trencher truck in last night and Chase's rig, and then 3 4-1s showed up today. So,
wow.
Are they already on their way?
Came down right from Gordyville.
Wow. That's going to be a lot of time on the road. I know these guys out here will do it. We're going to see the best of the best. What was Dan Mayers saying on the last time Grand National Pulling's been to the state of Florida?
When? 1979.
1979. So there you go. That's pushing 30, almost 50 years.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's coming back here this weekend.
And big numbers, too.
Very big. Where are we at right now on vehicle counts?
26 4-1s. 20 minis, 15 super stock trucks, and 12 mods. We lost a couple mods today, but that's what's entered. 73 for Zellwood.
That's still really big numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what's kind of left to do? I mean, we still got a couple days before you kick off test passes there.
Yeah, we got banners
Thursday
to
night.
put up. We've got to finish fencing. Parking. Parking is at a premium here, so we got to kind of stack them in and help with that so we can keep them in the. We don't have any lines painted, but I've got everything marked out. So tomorrow we're actually going to go up. It doesn't get daylight here till about 7:30 now with the time change. So we're going to head to Satsuma in the morning, probably leave at 6 and go up there so it's daylight when we get there and get all the parking spots marked out for Sunday, because it'll kind of be a circus. Everybody wanting to leave and get parked to go home if that's what they're doing for the weekends or the week. So that's tomorrow morning's project. Pick up some signs and banners and then
go duck hunting.
Yeah. And you want to know what else? I spend more time answering my phone than I do getting anything else accomplished, but it's all part of the gig. So
So Chris here says, so who gets the award for the Jeff Hodem Award of being the earliest to the poll? Who rolled in there first, Trencher or the tag team?
Trencher was the first one through the gate. So I guess he won the award.
There we go.
Nice. Well, we're going to leave in the morning.
Yeah, about 6.
We're going to leave about 6 in the morning and head that direction. So we're right behind everybody else.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, some big things coming in this weekend. Going to be a great star-studded group of guys. Where can fans go to get tickets to get into this event?
Go to fullpull.us and click on the Southern Swing, and you can select either Zellwood or Satsuma there. There's still a few camping spots left. So
good deal.
There's the QR code to find your tickets for this coming weekend.
Cool.
So,
but we won't.
It's going to be nice. They're talking maybe some rain on Thursday afternoon, but then like highs of the mid 70s. It was 90 today. As you can see, I'm a little.
You're looking a little burnt.
Sunburnt.
Oh. And the not fun part about this is you're such a busy man, you won't even get to see the beach.
I haven't had lunch yet today, so that's why I was pushing to get this done so I can go eat and go to bed.
Well, that was what I was just getting ready to say. We won't keep you any longer than we have to.
Yeah.
No, the guys are going. I might try and sneak to Daytona for an evening if everything goes well, but that's pretty cool. We were over hoping I went last weekend on Sunday just to check out Bike Week, and that was pretty cool to see. And that we saw the hotel, and it's that block of rooms that they've got reserved for the week. It's a pretty nice place. So
nice.
Well, that's super cool. How many guys do you think you recruited to come to the poll from the Gator Nationals?
I mean, I think if we get 10% of who we talk to would show up at this, we're going to be full.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Warren Ropp was there. He stopped by and talked for a while. Jim Miller's brother was there. There's quite a few tractor pullers, honestly. Met a couple from upstate New York that pulls two-wheel drives that were around multiple times checking stuff out and just chatting. The crossover's there. We just have to tap it.
For sure. It's kind of the same way this weekend at Fort Wayne with the monster truck guys. It's like they're really excited to do some stuff with us too. And we hooked up on the live stream and all that. And I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as everybody kind of getting together on things, working together to make it better.
Right.
We're meshing drag racing and tractor pulling, getting Antron into the seat. I think we will see that man in the seat of a mini rod sometime this summer. Talking to him there got the privilege to talk to him there at the National Farm Machinery Show. So
Yeah,
hopefully we do get to see that man in the seat of a vehicle. That'd be something. He can take my seat, but there ain't no way you're strapping me into a top fuel car.
Yeah, that was crazy. Some of the we were probably, I would say, 100 yards off the track. We had a prime spot out in the midway. They always run the food up against the grandstands, the first row. Then the next row over is commercial exhibits. We were right by one of the main entrances. Those top fuel cars would go by, and it still beats on you. And you're 100 yards away from them. They're crazy.
Yep.
That's phenomenal. Well, what are some of the final things we need to know before Zellwood gets kicked off this weekend?
Oh, lineups will be out tomorrow sometime of everybody that's here. I'd encourage, if you want to beat some lines, to buy your tickets early. They're $25, lock, stock, and barrel. No fees added onto that if you buy them ahead of time. They're $30 at the gate. If you have to use a credit card at the gate, there's an additional fee, but there's going to be 2 lanes that are for the pre-sale tickets. So I think to get in and out is going to be a little easier. We are bringing everybody through one spot because that's just the way it works at these locations. So get parked and walk up to the ticket tent and go around the outside edges if you've got pre-sale tickets. Otherwise, there'll be cash and credit cards in the middle. And pick your lane, buy your tickets, head on in. We've got 5 or 6 food vendors. There should be some adult beverages on site as well. So
it looked like I saw some site maps and some other things posted. Some kind of what do you need to know type stuff was posted. I think I saw it on Facebook.
Yep, no carry-ons. And please, people, if you're familiar with Bowling Green, Fort Recovery, they've got a hill. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your blankets. We've got a nice hill to sit on. It's on I guess we're gonna call it the grandstand side because we did put some big bleachers in there. You have 14-row bleachers in there today. So encourage you to bring seating. There's plenty of spots to put it. And yeah.
There you go. So any info you need to know, it's right there on the Full Pull
Go
Facebook
to Full Pull
page.
US, and then if you can't find an answer there, then you can call me.
Your poor phone battery has got to be not too high.
We're down to 31%, and I have not been on it today. I checked emails a couple times, but that was it. So,
well, there you go. Well, you still got hours of work left ahead of you tonight before your head hits the pillow. So we're not going to take up too much more of your time. So
appreciate
you coming on, and best of luck this weekend. And we don't get a rest for very long because we're getting ready to do it all again next weekend.
That's right. And then we have Evansville. Evansville will be like 60 days out.
Yeah,
there you go.
Done. So
for sure.
Well, Doug,
thanks for taking a minute, Doug. We appreciate you, man. I know you're working hard.
See everybody when you get here. If you can't come, tune in to Full Pull Live.
And there you go. All your live streams there. Your
100% sure on the amount. I do know that we are offering. I haven't paid a lot of attention, but there's an annual pass available now. So
cool.
I think it equates down to $24.99 a month.
Sounds right.
If you order it by May, so it's pretty good savings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're saving there $60. So 2 months for free.
Well, it's more than that, really. It comes out.
I'm doing my math wrong. I did mine off of 30 a month. It's 40 a month.
Yeah, it's 40 a month.
So gotta pull my calculator out now.
Oh, we stumped the stumper.
180, saving $180. You get 4.5 months for free.
Right.
So, well, there you go. Doug, thank you for your time.
Awesome.
We're kicking you off. You're getting too comfortable. You're asking too many questions.
All right. Take care. Thanks, guys.
Have a
Thanks,
good one.
guys.
Take care. Stay hydrated. There you go, folks. The one, the only Doug Borth. Well, Jason, it's been a pretty fun night.
It has, man. It was good to hear from everybody. It's nice to kind of see the point of view from them, you know?
Yeah, definitely look like you guys had fun down there. As with anything, there's going to be growing pains, but it sounds like you guys had a great weekend. And now you driving down or you flying down?
Well, we're driving. We got to take the streaming trailer with us.
So you've got a ways ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day.
Well, did your new streaming trailer situation work out?
It was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, overall, we didn't have any issues on our end whatsoever. It worked out really great. So we're happy with that whole setup. And, overall, I know that online the event got a lot of backlash, right? There was a lot of stuff about that smoke tube and then cutting the pro stock class and all those things. But we had a blast. The event itself being there was amazing. The way the pits were set up, the way they had monster trucks going on, there was so much going on. They kept everybody entertained, and there were a lot of kids around.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was neat. It was a great event. So I would definitely encourage everybody to put it on their calendar for next year.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's very super cool with that. So, well, what do you think?
I think it's probably about time to wrap it up.
I think so. Kins, you haven't said much. You say the final quote of the night, and we will be back here 7 Central, 8 p.m. real time. And we'll
fast time. It's fast time.
Fast time.
Yeah, we're just living in the future out here. So,
yeah. We'll see you in Zelwood. If not, football.live. And good night.
Good night.
Today.
Let's talk about today.
Grand national state level, you have to run non-sales, wholesale.
Is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put it right in the registration booth with the
just this ever-evolving story.